It's two 135 division champions that I would love to fight, you know. But if they got the guts to step in the ring with the businessman, tell them send me a contract.
Better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those
I keep saying his name for?
So what do you say to
Keyshawn Davis is now a world champion, and he wasted no time sticking to his post-fight ritual, calling out Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Interestingly, Gervonta Tank Davis, who has been active in interviews this week, wasn't too busy to take another shot at Keyshawn. Tank has now sparked even more excitement by hinting that he's rethinking retirement, fueling speculation about a potential showdown between him and Keyshawn Davis.
Don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you been have you had any times like, maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah. I do be having them thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also, too, I want to get...
Keyshawn Davis indirectly called out WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis and IBF title holder Vasily Lomachenko in his post-fight interview. "If anyone has the guts to step in the ring with me, tell them to come on," Davis said. "There are two champions at 135 pounds. I'd love to fight. If they're willing, they can send me a contract or I'll send them one." Keyshawn, who proudly calls himself the businessman, proved he lives up to that nickname in the biggest fight of his career. Despite being the clear favorite, many expected his bout with WBO lightweight champion Denis Berinchak to be his toughest challenge yet. Instead, Davis dominated from start to finish, delivering a brutal body shot knockout in the 4th round to claim his first world title. He treated the defending champion like an aging veteran, showing he was all business in his first shot at world gold.
Pass to your name. It's everything. I'm a world champ now. They can't say nothing else. I'm 13-0 with 9 knockouts. Stop playing, man. That's more than half.
Motherfucker champion.
Man, I can punch. You hear what I'm saying? I can punch in your head.
Davis secured the world title with a 4th round knockout on Friday night at the theater. At Madison Square Garden in New York City, he sealed the victory with 2 sharp body shots, forcing Berinchak, bloodied and swollen, to take a full count on one knee. From the opening bell, Davis controlled the fight, commanding the center of the ring and keeping the smaller Berinchak on the back foot. Berinchak tried to turn it into a rough, scrappy fight, but Davis stayed composed, using his jab to dictate the pace while landing clean right hands to the head and body with precision.
Though to get the body shots off. Well,
My coaches, Rendell Johnson, he told me start going down to the body more. And Bud Crawford, he kept telling me, stop letting one shot go, let 2 shots go. So I listened to both of them, I put it together.
Yeah.
The fights first. Knockdown came in round 3 when 25-year-old Davis landed a left hook to the body, sending Berinchak to the canvas. It was the first major moment of the bout and proof that Davis wasn't bluffing about going for an early knockout. Though Berinchak popped right back up, the shot was a turning point. Davis now knew he was in full control. Heading into the 4th, Davis continued to dominate, closing the round with a relentless flurry of punches. Berinchak's face told the story, bruised cheeks, and a steady stream of blood from his nose. All signs of Davis's simple but effective attack.
by the 3rd, and how'd you get the left hook to the body in?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was one of those rounds his nose started bleeding. I think it was the 2nd. Once I seen that, I'm like, yeah, it's any time now, And it was, 2 rounds after that. 4th round, got him up out of there.
Berinchak looked off balance and outclassed throughout the fight, so it was no surprise when Davis landed another left hook to the body in round 4. This time, however, the impact was brutal, and Berinchak stayed down, taking the full count on one knee. The fight ended at the 145 mark as referee Harvey Dock reached 10. With the win, Keyshawn Davis, just shy of his 4th year as a pro, became a world champion. But even after securing his first title, he wasted no time setting his sights on the next challenge, calling out Gervonta Tank Davis and Vasily Lomachenko.
And fight night just be amazing, man. It's always a movie.
Keyshawn, by the 3rd round, you were smiling out at your family ringside. And
Yeah.
Did you have them?
Davis entered the fight with extra motivation. After accusing Berinchak of orchestrating a racist incident, claiming bananas and a watermelon were sent to his hotel room, Baranchyk and his team denied the allegations, suggesting Davis was just looking for fuel to hype himself up. Determined to back up his words, Davis promised an early knockout, and he delivered. Less than a round later, another crushing left. Hand to the body sent Baranchyk down in the fourth. He remained on one knee as the referee counted to 10, ending the fight at the 145 mark. While the final sequence wasn't flashy, it was enough to make Baranchyk either unable or unwilling to continue, making Davis the first fighter to defeat and stop him.
And it was a crazy event, man, electrifying event. It just feel like every single time I fight, man, it's just so energetic, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I be having the best.
It was an amazing feeling, man, Davis said after his victory. I knew I had to knock him out. From the start, it was clear Davis wasn't fazed by Baranchyk, the 36-year-old from Ukraine. Baranchyk had earned his world champion status through a solid career, going from Olympic silver medalist, an achievement he shared with Davis, to defeating 3-division world champion Emmanuel Navarrete for a vacant title. Barancyk's biggest strength was his unorthodox, awkward style in the ring. But Davis didn't rush in aggressively. Instead, he stalked his opponent, patiently waiting for his opening, including a well-timed right uppercut counter late in the first round.
I want all the names that y'all know that are names, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care who it is. I feel like at this point, I made a big enough name for myself to get somebody in there that's recognizable. It's gonna be a big fight. You know, people want to see the businessman.
Baranchyk, who looked noticeably smaller than Davis, switched to southpaw in the second round, trying to find a way to compete, but Davis wasn't fazed, landing counter hooks and right hands right down the middle. Despite the slower pace in the first 2 rounds, Barancyk's face was already swelling badly. Davis, who won a silver medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, scored the first knockdown in the 3rd round with a left hook to the body, sending Baranchyk to the canvas. As the fight continued, Davis's power started to make a bigger impact, landing heavy shots to the head and drawing blood from Barancyk's nose.
Yo, Key.
Thank you, man.
My guy, Key.
I know what time it is.
Honestly, I never had issues with awkward fighters, Davis said. Well, the only challenge was how he kept jumping in and out. He was a little faster than I expected, but as the rounds went on, I just got more comfortable. Now, in a lightweight division filled with familiar faces and rising talent, Davis holds a title that others will be eager to challenge. Davis made it clear he's ready to embrace that challenge, saying he's willing to face anyone who has the guts to step into the ring with him. With his victory, Davis becomes the 2nd member of the 2020 U.S. Olympic boxing team to win a world title, following O'Shea Jones, who claimed the IBF junior middleweight title last November.
They was talking crazy, but you fixed that.
It was a Valentine's Day to remember for Keyshawn Davis. The Norfolk native knocked out Denis Baranchyk in the 4th round to claim the WBO lightweight title in front of a packed crowd at Madison Square Garden's theater on Friday night in New York, after a heated fight week during which Davis accused Barancyk's team of sending a racist package to his hotel room. Davis made the night look easy. At 25, Davis was in full control, and Baranchyk never truly had a chance. Whether due to Davis's size advantage or an overwhelming skill gap,
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that.
Once Davis solidified his spot as the mandatory challenger for the WBO title, he made a statement with a dominant 2nd round knockout over Gustavo Daniel Lemos. In his post-fight interview, he immediately called out Gervonta Tank Davis. "Hey, Tank, knock knock," Davis shouted, making it clear he wanted the fight. This matchup has been brewing for a while, with the 2 lightweight stars consistently exchanging heated words on social media. The tension between them seems real, and the dislike is undeniable.
He's a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And
it's personal, as Keyshawn Davis explains why he will never fight Shakur Stevenson. Meanwhile, Davis's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, has done an excellent job of building the fight with Gervonta Davis, expressing strong confidence that his fighter is the one to finally defeat the WBA lightweight champion. Bomac believes Davis and Tank Davis are a perfect match for each other, and he predicts that the 25-year-old Davis will deliver a beating similar to the one Terrence Crawford gave to Errol Spence in July 2023 for the undisputed welterweight title. Keyshawn agrees with this comparison. I see myself putting the same beating on Tank as Terrence did, he told the media. I feel like his style is perfect for mine. I'm young and I don't think it will go the full 12 rounds, but I can fight 12 if it comes down to it.
Come with that same shit he coming with, and you know that his coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So go fight from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank.
I'm smarter than him, inside and outside of the ring. I'm just smarter, period, Keyshawn Davis stated confidently. The only thing people will always bring up is his one-punch knockout power. I have power too, and I've knocked out fighters with one punch, but he's done it repeatedly. We know he has that one punch power, but we still don't know what I'm truly capable of. I've only had 12 fights, and I've been fighting at an elite level for just 3 of them. This will be my 4th against Baranchik. There are a lot of factors you haven't seen yet. Keyshawn's confidence is also strengthened by the fact that he sparred with Tank Davis twice during his amateur days, which gave him even more belief in his own abilities.
I mentioned to other people when I mentioned yo fighter, what you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. You Tank.
I wasn't thinking about fighting him when I was sparring him, Keyshawn Davis said. The first time I sparred him, I was 16, and the second time, I was 21, just before I was heading to the Olympics. I just thought, okay, I just competed with one of the best pros, and that gave me confidence that I had the talent to turn pro and be dominant. Those were competitive spars. I've always been good, even as an amateur. People were always saying, damn, you've got to spar with Keyshawn. I didn't just turn pro and become well known. I was like that even before I made the Olympic team. I always had talent, and I've always been able to fight.
Light Skin posted those messages about me sparring. I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you since.
Before Keyshawn Davis can set up a unification fight with Tank Davis, he has to first get through Baranchik on Friday night. On paper, Baranchik is by far his toughest test yet, but Keyshawn is confident he'll pass with ease. I'm expecting someone who's going to give it their all, he said. But when he loses this fight, and however he loses it, he knows it's going to be over for him.
Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of what was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coat?
Just because of his age, 36 years old, and how badly I'm going to do him, he's going to come out and do everything he can to make sure it isn't that bad, Keyshawn said. He's coming out there to fight and make it as tough as possible for me, but it's not going to work for him. Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis is set to defend his black and gold belt on March 1st against WBA super featherweight champion Lamont Roach in Brooklyn. But recently, Tank made a shocking revelation.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
Keyshawn looking way more better.
After his upcoming fight, there are several major matchups waiting for Gervonta Davis at 140 low Bs, including unification bouts with Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. However, Davis's recent admission that he plans to retire from boxing this year makes it less likely that fans will get to see those fights before the end of his career. Still, in a recent podcast with rapper Lil Yachty, Davis revealed he's more likely to take a break from boxing than fully retire. I've been having those thoughts about changing my mind, he said on the Safe Place podcast, discussing his reservations about retirement. I want to get myself together. I really want to get myself together.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, like not retire, but take a break, you know. But the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna.
Gervonta Davis has recently expressed his frustration with the sport, telling fans that he may take a break rather than retire. I ain't going to lie, I already made a promise to Al Heyman, we out of it. He admitted, emphasizing that he has personal priorities to focus on, such as spending time with his kids, going to school, and working on his personal growth. These comments came after his shocking remarks at the press conference for his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, where he stated, "After next year, I'm out of it. Out of the sport. Nah, I can tell you my fights, it's over after this year. This is trash. Garbage. I'm out. I'm fed up with it. I don't care about belts. I don't care about any of that." It seems Davis is reevaluating his future in boxing, with personal matters weighing heavily on his decision.
I had already made a promise. I had already made a promise to Al, like, we out of it type of thing. But it's like, I can stick around and just, I will help people and guide people.
Gervonta Davis has made it clear that he's feeling increasingly fed up with boxing, with personal concerns becoming a major priority. He shared that he's no longer focused on belts or staying in the limelight, stating, "I'm worried about getting my money and getting out of there. I just want to be able to make money and stay out of the way." Davis, who recently had a son, also expressed his concern about continuing in the sport, saying he doesn't want to keep fighting and taking punches. He mentioned possibly focusing on building a real estate portfolio and stepping away from the public eye. While Davis has been highly praised for his skill and knockout power, some in the boxing community have criticized his resume. His standout victory over Ryan Garcia, while impressive, has been questioned due to the 10-pound rehydration clause in Garcia's contract, leaving some fans to believe the win isn't as definitive as it appears. This is adding to the tension surrounding his future in the sport, as he considers stepping away and prioritizing family and financial stability over his boxing career.
As far as like me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's like other stuff I need to work on, you know? Like being more there for my kids, going to school, you know, just building myself.
Despite his impressive career so far, Gervonta Davis has yet to unify his belts with an active world champion. While Davis has already achieved world honors in 2 separate weight classes, super featherweight and lightweight, he will need to challenge himself against the divisional elite if he wants to solidify his legacy as an all-time great. To be remembered among the sport's finest, Davis will need to take on the top fighters in his division, something that many fans and analysts believe will be crucial for him to reach his full potential and be remembered as one of the greats of boxing history.
That I'm trying to ride his coattail, like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a comment.
Keyshawn Davis's recent appearance on the All the Smoke podcast had him confidently discussing his potential fight with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. When asked about his confidence in being able to solve the puzzle that Tank represents, Keyshawn didn't hold back. "I've already been in the ring with Tank twice, training with him. He's the best, but I'm challenging him because I know I can kick his bum," he said, exuding self-assurance. He continued, "I feel like I'm going to get all my respect when I knock Tank out. This is not going the distance. I'ma knock him out. I'm me. That's why I believe it. I got that one-punch power. Stop playing with me." Keyshawn wasn't shy about his bold approach, challenging the notion that his confidence was just cockiness. "People are like, oh, he's cocky, he's a kid," he added. "Okay, bro, a great fighter at the end of the day. He's nice, but I'm nice too. What do I bring that he doesn't bring? That's kind of like the game plan." Keyshawn's words make it clear that he feels ready to step into the ring with Tank, with a clear belief in his skills and a desire to prove his own worth at the highest level.
Oh, I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted.
Keyshawn Davis has responded to the possibility of Tank retiring before they ever meet in the ring. He says he's okay if Tank calls it quits, but if not, he's ready for the fight. "Just send me the contract. Kessin added, "If you retire, fine, I won't bother you anymore. But until then, I'm all over you. You said you were gonna smack me, so I'm still waiting for you to back up those words." Davis is gearing up for his world title shot on Valentine's Day against WBO lightweight champion Dennis Baranchik. This will be just his 12th fight, but his promoter, Bob Arum, is confident Davis has big things ahead, as he told Boxing News.
I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude. Little dwarf. Oopa Loopa. Little light-skinned dude. I'm not.
I told the kid himself that if he keeps improving like he has, he's going to be the face of boxing. He reminds me a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard, who was the face of boxing in his day. Winning the belt on February 14th will be a big step toward a potential fight with Tank, who's defending his WBA belt against Lamont Roach. If both Gervonta Davis and Keyshawn Davis win their fights, we could see a unification bout between them down the line.
You. I'm not chasing you. Tiafimo is running from me. I'm not chasing you, Tiafimo. Who else? I'm not trying to fight Shakur, so stop mentioning that.
If their fight ever happens, Gervonta Davis would be the first truly elite opponent Keyshawn Davis faces. However, Keyshawn is determined to show he's a rising star in the ring, especially at New York's Madison Square Garden. As for Tank, he hasn't said a word about the fight, maybe because he's focused on his farewell year in boxing, something he's mentioned multiple times. McIntyre backed up this point, while Tank, who previously had an online back and forth with Crawford, promised to knock out the super welterweight champion. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and action in boxing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our content. Until next time, peace out.